Can you explain how leverage longs and shorts work on BTC? Are you not betting against the exchange? So great question. We have a new tool coming called PTOS, which will help people go long and short inversely correlated assets without having to use options or leverage. So it's a really cool tool coming out for those that aren't options players, but you could also use it with options too. But before we jump into that in a future episode, this is what, first part of your question is, are you not betting the exchange? No. So an exchange is how they match buyers and sellers. You go there, and that's why sometimes when I'm trying to fill, say, a big option order, there's no buyer, so there's no liquidity, and there's nothing I can do. There's no way like Ameritrade or another exchange would actually take that bet. So you are not betting against the exchange. But when you open a leverage position, you are betting against the market, and you have somebody else taking the other side of the trade. Remember, it's a blood sport. It's you against the other person, a zero-sum game. And the exchange is providing you with the tools that you need to make your bet as you go forward. Now, what happens with a leverage long? This is a key piece here. So suppose you believe that the price of Bitcoin is going to go up. You could open a long position with, say, 10x leverage. I do not advise doing this. There's the 3Ls of investing. You got to be careful of. Google that. I don't want to mention what they are, but it's an old expression. One of them is leverage, so be very careful with that. Now, this means you deposit 10% of the value of Bitcoin you want to buy, and the exchange would then lend you the remaining 90% of the Bitcoin or the position size. And if the price of Bitcoin goes up by 10%, you make 100% profit. That is because your initial investment is 10% of the asset that's now grown to 20%, but you're at a 10x ratio. 10 times 10 is 100. However, if the price goes down by 10%, you will lose 100% of your money. And this is because you will have to repay the exchange the 90% they lent you, plus you will lose your initial investment. And this is the danger. Now, there's a kind of, somebody else had a similar question, and we're going to go into kind of leverage and how the ratios actually work as well. So this is like Gary W., like a follow-on question. And again, every week it's amazing to see how everybody's thinking about the same types of concerns, banking risks and leverage and playing long and short and what to do in the market. So Gary W. says, I'd like to know what it means when I hear that leverage investors have been liquidated. How does leverage even work? So in connection with the first part, this is a simple example of what is leverage. Again, a little bit deeper. So leverage does amplify potential gains or losses of an investment through borrowed money. And margin is a common type of leverage that increases the potential gains, but also the potential losses. And a margin call requires additional funds. And if you can't come up with the additional funds, they liquidate you. And they will not let you be in a position unless they have access to your funds anyway. So that's very, very important. It's not like you can stay in the position until you refund it. No, they'll have your collateral already locked down, so you can't do anything. Leverage is risky, and you should know the risks before using it. And liquidation can also be costly. Again, if you get into a big, imagine you got a 10 Bitcoin and you do a 10x leverage on your account and things go against you, you can lose everything in a heartbeat. And let me give you an example of what that means with a graphical image. And it explains to you the relationship between the alpha, the potential gains, but over time, if you use leverage, you'll probably lose. So in this chart here, you will see, I wish I could draw on it, but cast your eye. Let's just take leverage level 5. That's a 5x leverage. It goes all the way to 20x leverage. And if you pick an asset that has a 30% return, so imagine Bitcoin can go from 10,000 to 13,000, or 15,000 to 45. Anyway, 10 to 13,000. Simple example. We know Bitcoin's gone up like 80% this year, but just assume that is your given alpha. Remember, the assets go like this. They go up and down. It's not a straight jump to 30%. If you do that and you expect your alpha to be 30% and you use 5x leverage, there is a 72% chance you'll be wiped out in any given year, okay, with that same type of alpha. Even if the alpha is 100%, guaranteed your asset will double. okay, and you use 5x leverage, there is a, let me see, 5x, 100%, there's a 56% chance you'll get wiped out in any given year. Hence, I do not use leverage or crypto. It's way too volatile. I do use margin, which is a form of leverage, with equities. It's much easier to play. But with crypto, it's too violent. You don't know what's going to happen from one day to the next. Therefore, preserve capital first, but don't use leverage second. So I hope that it really explains. Keep this table on hand. And remember, even if something is going to double, you can still lose everything very quickly using leverage. And the story gets even more extreme the higher you go. 20x leverage with an asset that promises 85% or 100% gains, 85% chance you will lose everything. So when you hear people saying, oh, I do 10x leverage, 5x, 20x, 100x, they will be wiped out. It's mathematically there in the table. So just remember that, everybody. Don't use leverage unless you really, really, really have a absolute sure thing in your hands.